Hi, this is Singh, and I welcome you to this very first video tutorial on C++ programming language. It is an introduction video to C++ of object-oriented programming. In this video, we will be discussing about the history of C++, the concept of OOP, classes and object, and of course how we will be creating them. So let's proceed. First of all, this C++ history, it is a very interesting one. Let's discuss a brief history of C++. C++ is a programming language which was developed in the year 1980 by Bjarne Stroustrup at Bell's laboratory at ATT, that is American Telephone and Telegraph, located in USA. And Stroustrup is also known as the founder of C++ programming language. He developed this language for aiding a feature of object-oriented programming in C without significantly changing the C components. The C++ language is an object-oriented programming language, and it is a combination of both low-level and high-level language. Is a middle-level language as well. The programming language was created, designed, and developed by Danish computer scientist Bjarne Stroustrup at Bell's Telephone Laboratory, as he wanted a flexible and dynamic language which was similar to C with all its features, but with additionality of active type checking, basic inheritance, classes, inlinings, etc. Hence, C with classes was launched. Initially, C++ was named as C with classes and was renamed as C++ in the year 1983. Here the plus plus is shorthand for adding 1 to variety in programming. Therefore, C++ roughly means that 1 higher than C. The C++ objects concept. Here the major purpose of C++ programming is to introduce the concepts of object orientation to the C programming language. Object-oriented programming is a paradigm that provides many concepts such as inheritance, data binding, polymorphism, etc. And the programming paradigms where everything is represented as an object is known as truly object-oriented language, and Smalltalk is considered as the first truly object-oriented programming language. The object-oriented programming language is a methodology, or we can say it is an approach or paradigm to design a program using classes and objects. In object-oriented programming, everything revolves around objects and classes. It is an approach how we solve the problem, and in OOP, the problems, or we can say the programs, are divided or decomposed into objects. The concept of OOP simplifies the software development and maintenance by providing some concepts like objects, classes, inheritance, polymorphisms, abstractions. C++ object. As we know that everything in C++ is associated with classes and object along with its attributes and methods. In C++, object is a real world entity. For example, chair, car, pen, mobile, laptop, etc. In other words, object is an entity that has state and behavior. Here state means data and behaviors means its functionalities. For example, in real life, we can say that a car is an object and it has the attributes such as its model, weight, color, and it has got some functionalities, or we can say methods such as it drive, apply brake, increase speed. Attributes and methods are basically variables and functions that belongs to the class, and also the object is an instance of a class. All the members of that class can be accessed with the help of object or through objects. Now C++ classes. Since C++ is an object-oriented programming language, the programs are designed using object and classes in C++. A class is a user-defined data type, and we can say that the objects are variables of the type class, and we can use in our programs, and it also works as an object constructor, or we can say it is a blueprint for creating object. In C++, classes, or we can say class, is a collection of objects. It is a template for which objects are created. It can have fields, methods, constructors, etc. It is a user-defined data type which holds its own data members and member functions, which can be used by creating an instance of that class. For example, consider a class of the name car. There may be many cars with different names and brands, but all of them will share some common properties, like all of them will have four wheels, speed limit, mileage, etc. So here car is the class and wheel, speed limit, mileage are their properties. As we know that class is a user-defined data type, it has data members and data functions. So in our above example, the class car has the data members as speed limit, mileage, etc. And member functions can be apply brakes, increase speed, etc. Let's see how we can create a class. In order to create a class, we have to use the keyword class. So in our example, we can see that the class keyword is used to create a class called my class, and in the next line we can see that the public keyword is an access specifier, which specifies that members, that attributes or methods of the class are accessible from outside the class. We will learn more about access specifier later. Inside the class, there is a variable my name, which is an integer variable, and a string variable my string. When variables are declared within a class, they are called attributes. At last, the class definition ends with a semicolon. This is the way we can say it is a syntax of creating a class. Now, how we can create an object? It is very simple. To create an object of class my class, we have to specify the class name first, followed by the object name. Here in our example, we can say that our object name is my obj, followed by the semicolon. Okay, so this is we can create our class in the main function by first we have to specify the class name, and we have already created our class. So this is our class name, followed by the object name obj or my obj, and followed by the semicolon. This is the syntax and the method how we can create object. We can access attributes of the class, and we can set the value as well. Here by using the obj, that is our object, we are accessing the class attributes my num, and we are assigning a value of 15. And the second variable, that is my string, we have assigned a string here by using the object. And in order to print those values, we can simply come out with cout, and by using the object dot the variable name, we can print out the values. So this is all about the classes and objects in object oriented programming language. I hope you have understood, and if you have not understood, just watch the video twice or thrice, you will get the idea at least. Thank you for watching.